Okay, I've just taken two pea samples from fresh pea, and I watched under the microscope. I honestly, I just have no mood to do like microscopic videos because I mean it gives me headache. So maybe I'll do it later. If you don't believe me, then whatever. I don't care. Um, so I'll just say what I've watched and for the record. So the two samples were, I mean, the same phenomena was demonstrated very boldly, and that is that um, both the MAP contains like certainly abnormal amount, like huge amount of microbial invasive life forms. Not as big as the ones that we've like seen like a couple of days ago, but still like relatively like, not like not like very tiny. I would say small to medium, and it's shown like in just random drops. Which means that there are like countless of these in my body, and it is also demonstrated then much more than ever that the pea contains large amount of neos like we've never seen before, and also you can see more than ever like, and it's in these two samples. And it's just two drops. So it's all over the place for certain, like in millions of occurrences that the neos are on top of them, of the life forms, killing them. And there is a lot of and some of the life forms are, they obviously look dead. It's for me it's difficult to identify what's living and what's dead, because like it doesn't move and it's microscopic. So, and I don't know like how it looks when it's dead, but after some time, like I'm starting to understand like what's the, just from experience, how does a living one looks like, and how obviously dead one looks. So I still, it's not, just from experience I can see that yes, some of them, sometimes you just see like, also like debris, and you understand that this is like a shredded life form. But sometimes you see like a relatively newly killed life form. And in these two samples, what was demonstrated is the existence of life forms that were slain specifically by the neos, because you see the neos on them. My interpretation is very simple. Obviously, my infection with this disease is something ongoing throughout a lot of time now. And how can I be cured from this disease if I'm under arrest in a place that is populated with people that intentionally infect me with the disease? What can I do? I can avoid drinking the water, avoid like sleeping on the mattress, avoid what? There's nothing I can do. I'm infected by the people, and that's not a new thing. It's like that for years. I don't know if it's like 1 year, 2 years, or 20 years, but since long ago, I'm infected by the people around me. Because otherwise, the neos, it's either that the neos already have, dealt with the situation, like in any, like they deal with any infectious disease, and like your white blood cells deal with infectious diseases, or alternatively, my body will just, exponentially like be filled with this stuff, and I would, like, this were another, I would have died. At some point, the host cannot sustain the parasite, and parasitic life forms, like they don't have of that kind, at least. They don't have the intelligence and communication cooperation to actually stop multiplying when they know they can. That will hurt the host. Perhaps more advanced parasitic life forms can do it, but not microscopic life forms that have no ability to communicate with each other, and certainly not the intelligence and abstract thought. So yes, it's so. It's when you gather all the evidence. This. It just. I'm under arrest, like in a place which, from the like Israeli point of view, is like a quarantine for like lepers, but unlike like regular hospitals for lepers or the sort of this hospital also infects you with this disease, so you will stay leper forever. So I mean, it's kind of stupid, like, to think that I can cure myself from the disease, because even if I could, and I could, I mean, the disease are the Israeli people. That's the disease. Anyway, just so we are clear and you understand the symbolic, like, understanding of everything. So I guess, I mean, most of you already understood, either by just, I mean, observing their own body, or just by deduction, that these two, the red containers are, of course, symbolizes you, the Homo sapienses. And at first I've only placed, like, inside the cups, just, I mean, canola oil with my, with the nanobots, and I've I've done like 2 lightings of the candles, and just, I mean, to show that nothing happens, because you could have said, okay, maybe there is an issue with the acrylic paint, because and of course I also pasted the covers with the painting and everything besides the cereal, Deli Pecan cereal, that of course was brought here by one of the Shabakniks. So just, I mean, to show that nothing happens, and like after about an hour or 2 hours, I don't remember, and then I took like a trip, and then I've done the same thing. This was this morning, but with the microscope, with the cereals, the infected cereals. And after that, the ones of you that actually ate the Neros, which I suspect is quite a bit, I don't know if it's millions or hundreds of thousands, but quite a bit, are now starting to show the symptoms of the disease that it was in the cereal, the same disease that I was infected with. As I said, this is hell, and it's another cruelty that the Israelis have done to me. Hopefully, within a couple of, it already gets better for me, and hopefully in a matter of days, I will be cured of it. For you, it's going to be, at best, like something that will, like, be with you for several years, maybe until, like, it will chronically reappear until the rest of your life. And as I said, I mean, further delay of my rescue from this Nazi prison will cause you to learn that this is not, that the hell that you now start to feel is not the worst hell that is possible, and you're actually going to miss this hell if further delays will be, demonstrated by the other powers of this world. This hell will be your hell if you rescue me today, using arms and legs, not mouths and tongues. If you will continue to use your mouths and tongues instead of your arms and legs, worse hells will be your fate. So, this is the Deli Pecan that I will now throw to the garbage. So we will not have this, at least not this poison here, even though, as I've said, the whole the whole place is full of poison, but at least not this horrible poison. And yesterday I've also created these 2 graves that you see, the white ones, the white clay graves with 5 symbolically cut worms made out of metal. They've cut in the I've shown, this was shown in the video, in one of the videos, and also several bits of the cereal inside each of them. And this, of course, and I took it with me, and I took it with me for a walk, and I will also do it now for another walk. This, of course, symbolizes that I want to get rid of this stuff. Of course, with the help of God. And this morning I've done this trip with a couple of minutes around the house. I cannot go farther than this, but that's around the house. and with the help of God, I will be cured from this disease, the disease that is in this grave, in a couple of days. As I said, so, and hopefully the only remnants of this disease will be in these two sealed clay graves. There are cracks here, but I mean it's 2 layers, so even the cracks are it's sealed with the inside the clay. I know from experience because in the past I've created many clays, the talismans like that, clay graves, clay tombstones. Arguably, my arrest in the last 7 months is, because of Twitter when I spoke about one of these clay talismans. So one could ask, okay, so you're going to throw away this, so you will not have the infectious agent. So how can you cure those 2 cups? So I don't know, but I guess I can use the graves. And I don't know if you found it plausible or not, but I am certain that with each hour, more of you will find that cause of action a plausible one, because when you start to feel the symptoms, you are in such a mental state that any course of action seems to start to be plausible. Certainly the one that is offered by the same person that showed you how it all started. What do I want in return for? Yes, I do. No, I will not do it for free. No, I'm not your slave. What do I want in return? Well, we will speak about it once I'm free. Of course, you cannot deal with the slave. You can only deal with the owners of the slave. So if you want to hold the deal, you need to choose who are you negotiating with. It can be if I'm still a slave, you need to negotiate with the Israelis like you've always been, and you still do. So please go ahead and keep negotiation. My estimation that this negotiation will not last more than a couple of days before there will be no more sides to this negotiation. If you choose to hold the negotiation with me instead of the Israelis, you need to set me free, because as a slave I cannot negotiate with you. So you need to choose who is your deal partners, me or the Israelis, and act accordingly.